Good afternoon and welcome to the 29th Annual Ontario Wine Awards. My name is Michael Fagan. I'm the wine expert in residence at George Brown College, or as I've recently been retitled, head cork sniffer. And it's my pleasure. I heard $50 over there. It's a pleasure for me to be this year's host. You know, for my entire career, which has been over 40 years in the beverage alcohol industry, I've been a strong supporter and advocate of the Ontario wine industry. And it's so nice to see so many familiar faces and the delight to have watched this industry evolve over time. It's a really dynamic. The pioneer spirit continues to be alive and well, and the products that are being produced are products that we can all be proud of. I want to welcome you to Niagara College. Niagara College acknowledges the land on which we gather as the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe peoples, many of whom continue to live and work here today. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and within the land protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. Today, this gathering place is home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. And acknowledging reminds us that our great standard of living is directly related to the resources and friendships of Indigenous peoples. As we start the day, on behalf of President Emeritus Tony Aspler, the Ontario Wine Awards Executive Committee, and our esteemed group of 38 professional judges, we look forward to sharing with you some remarkable achievements this afternoon. This year, the Ontario Wine Awards attracted 558 entries from 78 different wineries, which were judged on May 6th at George Brown College. That's a lot of wine, a lot of glasses. We all had to pitch in for that. And to help manage all of that this year, we tried some modernization. Just like you do in the industry, we're always looking to respect tradition and be innovative. We introduced some new technology. We used a product called Asset Panda, which was originally designed as a logistics software, but has been adapted and used in some wine competitions in the US. And we brought it to Canada for the first time. The software helped us with accepting the entries, categorizing everything, arranging all the tastings, letting the wine judges input their individual scores, and most importantly, calculating everything and helping us come up with the results. Feedback from everybody was very positive. It was a new experience using tablets for the judges, putting in our scores and everything else and our comments, but it worked well, and we look forward to using it again. I would also like to give special thanks to Doris Mickelin-Bradley, who's a professor at George Brown College, and her students in the special events programming for their hard work. As you may recall, when the awards were acquired by George Brown College, one of our objectives was to integrate it as much as possible with learning and student experiential opportunity. And this provided a very unique opportunity for the special events students and a wonderful special introduction to the Ontario wine industry. To give you a little bit of what happened behind the scenes, I'd like to share a very short video of our day, the Day of Judgment on May 6th.
Hello, I'm Tony Aspler, and I'm a wine writer. Well, I'm delighted that the George Brown College has taken over the Ontario Wine Awards, because here you have the students who are learning about wine, and they will become ambassadors for the Ontario wine industry when they go out into the industry and become sommeliers, become winemakers, become hospitality executives. So they will be bringing the message of Ontario wine to the consuming public, which I think is very important.
So my name is Renee Sperazza. I talk about wine for a living. For this, we're seeing a lot of French grape varietals. We're seeing some German grape varietals in there as well, and some Italians, which is quite nice. And with that, we're getting more of a sense of place of what Ontario can do on the world stage. And that's really those first steps to getting into that world level.
It's my first time at the Ontario Wine Awards, so kind of leaning a lot on Fred here, but it's been great. The three of us who are table mates have been very much on the same page, which makes it easy.
I totally agree. It was a very symbiotic and harmonious experience. We didn't judge in different categories or in different worlds. We were all together and on the same page.
That was quite the day. Good fun, and we look forward to next year. As we start the day, I'd like to call up our first speaker, Mr. Sean Kennedy, President of Niagara College.
Well, I will keep these remarks brief because we're all anxious to hear about the award winners. Let me just say a few words about how pleased we are to welcome all of you here. Niagara College is guided by 4 core values, and I think they're worth mentioning at this occasion, and I think in some ways they align very well with the Ontario Wine Awards. The first is we're student-focused, and truly, when we look at that video, we look at the students that are helping to support the event today, and the programming that occurs in the Ontario College system, and certainly here at Niagara College. We're thinking about that focus on students. Is really us thinking about the next generation, and that's really important. Secondly, we are trailblazing, and we are very proud here at Niagara College to be home to many firsts. First in the country to have a teaching winery, the first to have a teaching brewery, now a teaching distillery, commercial cannabis, and the list goes on. It's a tough place to be. Third, we are passionate, and you can hear it in my voice. I know you'll hear it when you talk to anyone from Niagara College. We're passionately proud about what we do here, and passionately proud about the success of our graduates. And I can just sense it in the room. There's a lot of Niagara College alumni here. If you're a Niagara College alumni, if you could just indulge me for one moment, could you please proudly raise your hand? All right. I did feel like there was a certain power in the force here, the NC force. So congratulations to all of our graduates, and we're so proud of our students and our alumni. And fourth, but most importantly for right now, we are welcoming. That is our 4th core value, and we love to welcome visitors from across the province, across the country, and often from across the world to our beautiful campuses. We love hosting different events, and the Ontario Wine Awards certainly falls in that category. So a very warm Niagara College welcome to each of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Kennedy. Next, I would like to welcome Rudy Fischbacher, Dean, George Brown College, Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts.
Thank you very much. It's great to work in a collaborative way between colleges like George Brown College and Niagara College, hosting the beautiful Ontario Wine Awards. This is my first year at George Brown College, and it actually was my first Wine Awards, and seeing and witnessing the hard work that goes into it, seeing wine growers coming with their wine right to the college, make sure that their entry is in. I see the passion, I see the love, and I see also the hard work that goes into it day to day. So it is great learning ground for our students to see firsthand how much goes into it. And this is also, we want to kind of be the teacher and be making sure that they have that learning environment. And with our labs at Georgetown College, with the wine labs that we just renovated, gives them a great opportunity to learn firsthand from Ontario wines. All the wine racks are all with Ontario wines stacked, so they're absolutely at the right place and really showcasing the strength of this industry. So I welcome you. I also congratulate you for the great work that you've been putting in. So growing up on a farm, I understand there's a lot of hard work. There's early mornings and late nights and always worrying about the elements of nature that can make your wine super or not so much. So, but I also want to say, you're here, you're winners already, and obviously this is an amazing afternoon, and I'm glad to be part of it. Thank you.
Before we begin with the award presentation, we'd like to take a moment to celebrate the legacy of a dear friend of the Ontario wine industry. To help me do that, please welcome Jennifer Wilhelm. Those stairs are a workout in heels, aren't they? Thank you.
Great. Great. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much. On behalf of everyone who knew and loved Barb, thank you for honoring her here today and for keeping her legacy alive for future generations of wine professionals with your generous scholarship. Even if you didn't personally know Barb Leslie, if you work in the Canadian wine industry, you've been impacted by her. Barb was an exceptional ambassador of wine and of the grape growers, winemakers, and professionals selling and marketing the wines. She was dedicated to education in its many forms, from writing, touring, teaching, and mentoring. Barb worked tirelessly to promote the Canadian and Ontario wine industry. She was the first female editor and publisher of a Canadian wine magazine, Wine Tidings. She and her dear friend Thomas Bachelder collaborated on a book published in 1990 called For the Love of Wine. In 2000, she co-authored Canadian Wines for Dummies with Tony Aspler. Barb worked with the Epimium Society in Montreal for 17 years, from 1982 to 1999 when she moved to Niagara. Barb's keen tasting skills and knowledge of the world's wine regions quickly made her an invaluable asset to the Ontario wine industry. She was soon involved with events such as the Toronto Wine and Cheese Show and the Ontario Wine Awards. You could often find her pouring wine at local events, sharing her knowledge and love of wine with both residents and visitors to Ontario and Niagara. She began teaching wine appreciation classes part-time at Niagara College in 2001, and she officially joined the faculty team of the Winery and Viticulture Technician Program at Niagara College, teaching sensory evaluation of wines and mentoring the students through their practicum placements. Barb accepted this role enthusiastically and devotedly set about getting to know the people behind each of the Ontario wineries to best match the students with wineries and people aligned to their personalities, unique skills, and end goals. She was genuinely invested in the success of both the students and the winery itself. Barb spent 12 years here with Niagara College and was influential on so many levels. She was knowledgeable, well-traveled, with a knack for geography. She spoke several languages and could pronounce regions and producers with ease. But she astutely recognized that most students were learning this material for the first time. And she met them where they were in their wine journey. She put them at ease with her patience, her humor, and her sincere care. Many of you are here today that Barb taught. She had an open door policy, and her office was often full of students asking advice or getting help with assignments or resumes. She arrived early and stayed late. She went above and beyond her role. She wanted each student to have the best possible experience they could have. Each student mattered to her. She cared about them. She made a real effort to get to know them, to find out their goals, and to get to know the winemakers that they would be working with during this impressionable time. From my office beside hers, I would hear her speaking to students, building them up, replacing their anxiety with excitement, reassuring them that she was always just a phone call away if they needed her. They knew she cared, and that was a comfort. She developed genuine relationships with each student. She cheered them on, applauded their efforts, and celebrated their successes. Even after they graduated, she made a point in keeping in touch with them, following their career, supporting their growth in the grape and wine industry. She mentored students in wine and wine business education, using her skills in liaising with winemakers and winery principals. She coordinated conferences, trade shows, and wine judging sessions. Her experience in planning and executing major wine events was critical in the success of these endeavors, many of them the first of their kind in Ontario. She used her connections to bring educators and students from other colleges and universities to Niagara for wine education, organizing and often leading tours, even in her time off, to nearby wineries to showcase some of the spectacular talent and wines. She was thrilled to send people back with a greater understanding of the Niagara wine industry, the wines themselves, but also the people and the visions and the goals that they were setting and achieving. In 2014, Barb was the recipient of a special Lieutenant Governor's Community Volunteer Award for her contributions to the Ontario wine industry. Barb didn't seek out the limelight. She didn't need recognition. She was more interested in shining a light on the accomplishments of others. Consequently, she didn't get enough credit for the work that she did, the ideas that she had, or the contributions that she made. Yvonne Irving described Barb as quietly powerful, and I think that's perfect. She empowered many of us in this room and beyond in the Canadian and the Ontario wine industry. She would be humbled by this scholarship in her name, but also thrilled that it will help to support and grow another ambassador for the Ontario wine industry. Thank you for keeping Barb alive in the community and the industry she loved so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. In Jennifer's notes, she mentioned a couple of times scholarship, and we're pleased to announce that in Barb's name, we'll be giving out a scholarship to an advanced wine and beverage business management student in 2023-24 at George Brown College. Now let's recognize the accomplishments of others and celebrate the fine talent in this room. Just a little housekeeping as we proceed with the awards. As I announce the category, I'm going to invite the presenter giving the award in that category to come down and join Tony. I'm then going to run through the awards recipients as bronze and silver, and only the gold award recipients will be invited down to accept their award and medallion from Tony. After receiving your medallion and award, we have a little staging area set off just outside the door for photographs. So you'll get adorned, you'll get your plaque, you'll exit, you'll smile for the cameras, and then you come back, we'll continue. Does that work for everybody? Excellent. Okay. Our first award is the Paul Pender Memorial Rising Star Award. Selected by a committee of their peers, this individual has demonstrated the qualities that made Paul Pender a winemaker: talent, selfless generosity, mentorship, and innovation. I'm going to invite Craig Udale to present this award. And the award is Paul's favorite footwear, Blundstone boot in his favorite style and color, kindly donated by Blundstone. And the winner of this year's award, the Paul Pender Rising Star Award, is Brooke Husband from Domaine Caylus. Brooke, please come down. Brooke is a graduate of Niagara College Winery and Viticultural Program. In 2018, her studies took her to Domaine Caylus for her first harvest, and then she worked out in the Okanagan Valley. She returned to Niagara, and she knew her passion was going to be wild ferment, Pinot Noir, and Chardonnay. Brooke has worked with Domaine Caylus for 5 years now, and in 2022, she receives the KML Top 30 Under 30 Award for Hospitality in Canada. Congratulations, Brooke. All right. This is celebratory. What do we celebrate with? Sparkling wine. Let's start with the sparkling wine category for Méthode Traditionnelle. And I'd like to invite the reigning Grape King, Mr. Ben Froese, to come down and help us with this presentation. So, in this category, our bronze winners were Chateau de Charme, Sparkling Brut, non-vintage. Silver awards went to 13th Street Winery, Premier Cuvée 2017. 13th Street Winery, Grande Cuvée Blanc de Noir 2013, recently disgorged. A silver also went to Chateau de Charme, Blanc de Blanc 2018, as well as Malavar Wines for their Bissou Brut non-vintage, as well as Trius Winery, Brut Rosé non-vintage. And we had tough competition for gold awards. In fact, we have 5 gold awards to present in this category. Gold awards are going to, and please come down, Malavar Winery, Bissou Rosé non-vintage. Megalomaniac, Bubblehead Limited Edition Brut non-vintage. Niagara College Teaching Winery, Balance Brut, non-vintage. 30 Bench, Winemakers Sparkling Riesling, non-vintage. And last but not least, Trius Winery, Showcase Blanc de Blanc, non-vintage. Because I remember looking back at sparkling wines grown in Ontario, and to see this many wineries producing such high quality and to get 5 gold medals speaks volumes. Congratulations, one and all. Oh, here, yeah, it's taped up. So
It's taped up.
No, this one works though.
Oh, okay.
This one doesn't.
This is a big group, and I think that is a great testament to the sparkling wine that we produce here. The jacket I'm wearing actually does not belong to me. It belongs to Mike from the Sparkling Winos. I was going to give this to the winner of the sparkling wine category, but since there's 5 of us, we'll split it up.
We'll split.
Take turns today.
You get it for the month of July. Congratulations. Okay, if I can invite you to all go out for your photo on the side, that's fantastic. Next category is sparkling wine, Cuve Close. And to present the award, I'd like to invite Andrea Peters from the Wine Marketing Association of Ontario. And in this award, we had no bronze, but we did have a silver. And the silver award goes to Collio Estates, Lily Sparkling, non-vintage. And we had a gold. And the gold in this category this year goes to Green Lane Estate Winery, Saffron Sparkling Rosé, 2021. Congratulations. Our next category is the Riesling Award Semi-Dry. And to present this, I'd like to invite Sarah Scott from Niagara College. In this category, we have a silver award going to 30 Bench, Winemakers Small Lot Riesling, Wood Post Vineyard 2020. And we have 2 gold awards. One to Megalomaniac Narcissist Riesling 2021. And the second gold award goes to Norman Hardy Winery and Vineyards for the 2017 Riesling. Norman, congratulations. Congratulations. Our next category is the Pinot Gris Award. In this category, we have a bronze medal going to Wayne Gretzky Estates Signature Series Pinot Grigio 2021. Silver going to Consulman Estates Winery Pinot Grigio Lakefront Series 2021. Silver to Struan Winery Pinot Grigio 2021. And we don't have a gold award in this category. Next, we have Sauvignon Blanc Semillon Award, and I'd like to invite Jeff Steen, Chair of the Hospitality and Tourism at George Brown College, to present this award. In this category, we have bronze medal going to Magnotta Winery, Sauvignon Blanc, VQA 2022. A bronze going to Ravine Winery for the Ravine Sauvignon Blanc 2022. A bronze to Reef Estates, Dreas Sauvignon Blanc 2022. No silvers in this category. Gold, we have Peller Estates Winery, Private Reserve Sauvignon Blanc 2021. Palatine Hills Estate Winery, Wild and Free Semillon 2021. And Trius Winery, Showcase Wild Ferment Sauvignon Blanc 2020. Congratulations. It's awesome. Our next category is the Unoaked Chardonnay Award, and I'd like to invite Mallory Daly from Wine Marketing Association of Ontario to help me with presenting this award. In this category, we have a bronze going to Consulman Estate Winery, Chardonnay Unoaked, Lakefront Series 2022. No silver award in this category. Gold goes to Big Head Wines 2022 Chardonnay Stone. Excellent. Next up, we have the Cogeco Your TV Oak Chardonnay Award. To help me present this award, I'd like to invite Cogeco Senior Director Tim Cadigan to come down, please. In this category, the bronze goes to Le Clos Jordan, Jordan Village Chardonnay 2020. Silver award goes to Jackson Triggs, Grand Reserve Chardonnay 2020. Gold awards go to Exalted Estates Cru X Chardonnay 2018. And a gold award also goes to Consulman Estates Winery Chardonnay Barrel Aged 2022. Congratulations. Our next category is the Gewürztraminer Award. And to help me present this, I'd like to invite Anne Murray from the Wine Marketing Association of Ontario. Anne, if you could come down, please. In this category, there was no bronze, there was no silver, there was only gold. And our gold award goes to Magnotta Winery, Gewürztraminer, VQA, Venture Series 2022. Next up, we have Dry White Varietals Award. In this category, we have Big Head Wines with a bronze for their 2021 Chenin Blanc. Also for a bronze, we have Big Head Wines for their 2020 Raw Chenin Blanc. And we have a silver for Malivoire Wines 2022 Stuck Viognier. And we did not get a gold award winner in this category. Next up is the Blonde and Noir Award. And I don't know, was Doug able to make it from Wine Marketing Associates? Doug Beatty? You seen those? You know, Doug and I have been promising to get together for about 6 years now. I thought today I'd invite him to present an award, might get a chance. Mr. Garcia, can you help me out with this? I'll get Tony Garcia to step in for Mr. Beatty. In the Blonde and Noir Award, bronze goes to Malivoire Wine for their 2021 Rosé Moira. Silver to Huff Estates Winery for the Getaway Rosé 2022. A silver to Inniskillen for the Reserve Cabernet Franc Rosé 21. And another silver to Malivoire Wine for their 2021 Vivant Rosé. Silver also went to Reef Estate Winery Fortune Rosé 2022 and to Reef Estate Winery for their Dreas Rosato 2021. The gold award in this category, there was no silver, goes to 180 Estates Winery for their Gamay Rosé 2021. Accepting on behalf of 180 Estates Winery is Jeff Steen from George Brown College. And Martin also has this pink tie award that's always been associated with this category. He's brought it back. It will be going to 180 Estates, and they'll bring it back next year. We'll continue the tradition of the pink tie, and it looks like we're going to be starting a tradition with a pink jacket, too.
The acceptance of guests that drive it to them.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. I don't know if we can get it off Shiraz's back. He likes it. Next up is our Gamay Award, and I'd like to invite Aaron Potier from the LCBO. He's the category manager for Ontario Wines. Welcome, Aaron. It's good to see you. In this category, we have a bronze medal going to 13th Street Winery for their Gamay Sandstone Vineyard 2021. A bronze medal going to Chateau de Charme for their Gamay Noir Estate 2020. And a gold medal going to 13th Street Winery for their Gamay 2021. Our next award category is the Pinot Noir Award, and I'd like to invite Tony Garcia from George Brown College to present this award, please. In this category, we have a silver medal to Consulman Estate Winery, Pinot Noir, Lakefront Series 2021. A gold medal to King and Victoria for their Pinot Noir 2018. And as well, a gold medal to Domaine Quélus for the 2018 Pinot Noir La Grande Réserve. Our next category is the Cabernet Franc Award. And to present this award, please welcome Katharina Radcliffe from the Ontario Wine Appellation Authority. Now I'm just going to speak out of school and say, you know, Cabernet Franc is an interesting grape in Ontario, and many people are producing some amazing wines. And I have to compliment the wineries on the number of awards that we're presented in this category. Bronze award goes to Dark Horse Estate Winery for the One Horse Town Cabernet Franc 2019. A bronze also goes to Hinterbrook Estate Winery for their Cabernet Franc Reserve 2017. A bronze as well to Marinisson Estate for their Platinum Series Cabernet Franc 2020. And bronze to 30 Bench for the Winemaker's Small Lot Cabernet Franc 2020. We have some silver award winners. Consulman Estate Cabernet Franc Family Reserve 2020. Silver to London-born Wine Company Cabernet Franc 2018. And for gold medals, we have Big Head Wines 2020 Cabernet Franc Select. Domaine Quélus 2020 Cabernet Franc Tradition. Keep coming down, Kelly and Brooke. Peller Estates also getting a gold for the Signature Series Cabernet Franc 2020. Ravine Vineyards and Estate Winery Cabernet Franc 2020. And 30 Bench Winemakers Wild Cast Cabernet Franc 2020. Okay, who thinks 2020 was a good year for Cabernet Franc? I think we may have to take a 20-minute break because half the room just went out there, just got mentioned, right? And this is great. Okay, but we're going to move on to the Merlot Award. And to help me present this award, I'm going to invite Marie Kanduri from the LCBO. Marie's the Senior Director for New World and Ontario Wines. And a good friend in person, too. All right, for the Merlot Award, there were no bronze awards in this category. We have a silver award to Bella Terra Vineyards for their Merlot 2020. We have a silver award to Château de Charmes for the St. David Bench Merlot 2020. Silver to Inniskillen for the Montague Vineyard Merlot 2020. And silver to Consulman Estate Winery, the Merlot Family Reserve 2020. It's a pattern here. We have gold awards going to Casaba Vineyard and Winery, Signature Series Reserve Merlot 2020. Niagara College Teaching Winery, Dean's List Merlot 2020. Sprucewood Shores Winery, Merlot Hawks Flight Reserve 2020. And to 30 Bench, Winemaker's Small Lot Merlot 2020. Congratulations to the 4 golds on that. Our next category is Meritage and Cabernet Blends. And I'd like to invite Rudy Fischbacher, Dean of George Brown College, to help present this award. In this category, we have a bronze to Magnotta Winery for their Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot Venture Series 2020. We also have a bronze awarded to Ravine Estate Winery for their Meritage 2020. Silver awards were given to Hinterbrook Estate Winery, Trinity 2016, and to Foreign Affair Winery for Temptress 2020. In the gold for this category, we have Consulman Estate Winery, Legacy Meritage 2020. Magnotta Winery for the Legacy Limited Edition VQA 2018. Gold to Ravine Vineyard Estate Winery for the Reserve Red 2020. And a gold to Three Dog Winery for Big Red 2020. Congratulations. Our next category is the Syrah Shiraz category. And I'd like to invite Lauren Gerard from Wine Marketing Association of Ontario to come present the award. In this category, we have a bronze award going to Casaba Vineyards and Winery for their premium estate, or for their premium series, Proprietors Block Syrah 2020. We have a bronze to Casaba Vineyards Winery, Signature Series Reserve Syrah 2020. And we have a hat trick. We have a gold going to Casaba Vineyards and Winery for their premium series, Terrace Vineyard 2020. I was also reading somewhere today that Casaba did pretty well at the Decanter World Wine Awards with the Syrah as well. That's great. Congratulations. The next judging category was Hybrid Red Award. There was no gold in this category, but a silver award was mentioned to Creemore Hills Winery for their Marquette 2021. Our next category is Late Harvest Reds and White, and I'd like to invite Peter Rod to come and assist me with this one, please. In this category, we have a silver award going to Casadea Estates for the Pinot Grigio Late Harvest 2021. And we have gold awards going to Peller Estates Winery, Private Reserve, Late Harvest Vidal 2021. And to Trius Winery for the Showcase Late Harvest Vidal 2021. Our next category, which also didn't have any gold awards presented, was the Apassamento Red, and a bronze went to Sprucewood Shores Winery for the Apassamento Cabernet Sauvignon 2020. Next up is the Grapes for Humanity for other red wines, and I'd like to call Gord Arbo, VP from Niagara College, to help and present this award, please. In this category, we have a bronze to Legends Estate Winery for the Petit Verdot Reserve 2021. A bronze to Pelee Island Winery, Stone and Sky 2021. Silver to Pelee Island Winery for the Vine Dressers Cabernet Sauvignon Petit Verdot 2016. And gold to Stroon Winery for their Select Cabernet 2017. In the Vidal Ice Wine category, there were no golds presented. We have bronze awards going to Chateau de Charme Vidal Ice Wine 2018. Bronze award to Magnata Winery for the Vidal Ice Wine Limited Edition VQA 2020. Silver award to Magnata Winery for the Vidal Ice Wine Merit Road Limited Edition VQA 2019. And a silver to Peller Estates Winery for the Andrew Peller Oak-Aged Vidal Blanc Ice Wine 2019. Congratulations to them. Our next category is the Vinifera Ice Wine Award. Did Sylvia make it? Is Sylvia here? Yeah. Okay. So, good to see you. Why don't you come on down? Let's invite Sylvia Agitas, the Executive Director from the Wine Marketing Association of Ontario, to present the Vinifera Ice Wine Award. In this category, we have bronze to Inniskillen for the Riesling Ice Wine 2021, a bronze to Magnata Winery for the Cabernet Franc Ice Wine Limited Edition VQA 2018, bronze also to Magnata Winery for the Riesling Ice Wine Limited Edition VQA 2019, and a bronze to Pelee Island Winery for the Ice Wine 2017. We have a silver to Big Head Wines for the 2015 Ice Wine Riesling. And we have gold for Inniskillen Cabernet Franc Ice Wine 2019. Gold to Peller Estates Winery, Andrew Peller Riesling Ice Wine 2019. And gold to Riverview Cellars Estate Winery, Riesling Ice Wine 2019. Congratulations. Our next category is unassigned wines. Weird title, isn't it? But we'll assign awards. To help me do so, I'd like to invite Cogeco Senior Director Tim Cadigan to come down and help me again, please. In this category, we have a bronze to Struan Winery for the distinctive small lot Chardonnay Musqué 2021. A silver to Niagara College Teaching Winery for Balanced Muscat 2020, and a gold to London-born Wine Company for the Chardonnay Musqué 2020. Another recognition we like to do at the Ontario Wine Awards is the Journalism Award, which is presented by the Wine Marketing Association of Ontario. This year's Journalism Award goes to Christopher Waters. Christopher, unfortunately, was unable to join us this afternoon. I received a text from him just before we were getting ready to come in. Chris has been writing about wine for more than 2 decades. He's the wine and spirits columnist currently at the Globe and Mail. He's an education director for International Wine Education Guild, Drinks Academy in Toronto, and he also is involved with the Cool Climate Viticulture and Enology Institute at Brock University. Prior to joining the Globe, he was the author of a nationally syndicated Waters and Wine and worked for 21 years as editor and co-founder of Canada's largest circulation magazine, Vines. Congratulations, Christopher. We're thinking of you, and we'll get your award to you. The next category is the Label Design Award. Now this year, the Label Design Award was adjudicated by a class of students in the wine marketing course at the School of Hospitality and Tourism. And after their hard work, and they did find it challenging, they recognized the Best Label Award, and it should go to Lazzara Bianco Secco by Henry of Pelham. I don't know if we have anybody from Henry Appel in the room. This was just adjudicated and finished yesterday, so they may not have been aware, but we will make sure they get the award. This year we also introduced a new category. Because we're all about education and inclusiveness, this special category is a Student's Choice Award. And when we did our adjudication of the judging at the college, each table of judges had a student participate with them throughout the day. And these students were joined by wine writers, bloggers, sommeliers, all of our expert panel. They found it a very enlightening day. Now, their scores were not included in the overall tally for the Ontario Wine Awards that we're presenting. Rather, we kept them separate, and we did our own adjudication with them. And keeping in theme with student, we had the students enrolled in the CAPS program do an adjudication of the wines that they presented. And we classified into 3 categories. So for the student award, we have a sparkling wine, a red wine, and a white wine. And I'd like to invite Jeff Steen, Chair of the Hospitality and Tourism at George Brown College, to come and help me with this category. So in this category, they have a sparkling wine, which went to Trius Brut Rosé. The White Wine Student Choice Award goes to Villa Romana Estates, Speziato, Gewürztraminer, 2021. And the red wine to 30 Bench, Small Lot Merlot, 2020. Personally, I think this is going to be an interesting category to watch for a number of different reasons, not just for the quality of the wines, but from a new generation and the students and their experience with wine. As we all know, our experience changes with time. Now we move on to the wine of the year. And I'm going to invite Craig Udale to come and help with one of these awards. Or no, I'm going to have Tony Garcia help with this award, please. The 2023 Wines of the Year were the highest overall scoring white and red wines from our 558 entries. And Tony, you're going to help me with the White Wine of the Year award. And that goes to Norman Hardy for the 2017 Semi-Dry Riesling. Congratulations, Norm. And for the Red Wine of the Year, I'm going to ask Rudy Fischbacher to help, because Tony's got to go get his picture taken again. Our Red Wine of the Year for 2023 goes to Domaine Caylus for the 2020 Cabernet Franc Tradition. Oh, I hear another $50. All right. Next up, Winemaker of the Year Award. And to help with this honor, I would like to ask Mr. Tony Aspler if he could make his way down. Tony, could you come down? Thank you very much. You're quick, man. Winemaker of the Year Award. This goes to the winemaker who garnered the most gold medals. The 2023 Winemaker of the Year is Katie Dickinson from Peller Estates Winery. Katie, congratulations. That's great. All right, so that ends a lot of the formal part of our presentation awards. I want to give a special thank you to Niagara College for hosting the awards and all the wonderful people behind the scenes, Sarah Scott in particular, for all your hard work to make this such a positive and enjoyable day. We'd also like to thank Niagara College Teaching Brewery, I understand may have some suds upstairs for us to enjoy, because I learned a long time ago it takes a lot of beer to make good wine. And I've never run into a winemaker that disagreed with that. Also, for our silver and bronze winners in attendance, please don't forget to pick up your certificates and the labels. You can run them out to your car. We'll have them upstairs. And that's it for me. And at this point, I'd like to invite my doppelganger, Tony Aspler, to come and give a few closing remarks.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you to Soti and Sandra Saw, who did a sterling job in helping us give out these medals. And I'm full of admiration for the job that George Brown has done in mounting this 29th Ontario Wine Awards. The OWA has found a great home, I think, for the competition, since it's involving the students. And the students, as have been mentioned, are the next cohort of Ontario ambassadors for Ontario wine. And it's really important that they understand what the industry is and how it's developed and know the history and the accomplishments. So I'm really thrilled and delighted with the job that George Brown, that Tony Garcia and his team have done. This is really, this is very close to my heart. This is 29 years of activity in the Ontario wine industry. So my thanks to all who entered the competition, who supported it over the years, and to all of you who have made this journey for me an exceptional one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Big 3-0 next year.
I have more to say.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, you can't get rid of me that quickly. Here. Please mark your calendars. June 26th is the date for the George Brown College's Wine Symposium, Rootstock. You may have seen the actual aprons being worn by the students, Rootstock. The symposium closes with the presentation of the 2022 Lieutenant Governor Awards for Excellence in Ontario Wines. The wines for these awards were selected from the top scoring wines of the competition, and they were judged by a team of Masters of Wines and Master Sommeliers. That evening is also the date for the Ontario, which is also held at George Brown College. So please join me in thanking Niagara College and George Brown College for hosting this year's ceremony. It's wonderful to see such collaboration between two of our industry leaders in education. I'd like to invite everyone to the post-awards reception and thank all the Ontario wineries for participating in this year's competition. Thank you all, and continued success, and keep drinking Ontario wine. Thank you.